It's the BP show, it's the BP show, it's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.
Hello, Renegades fans. Happy Hump Day, Wednesday, May 3rd. Wilmington Blue Rocks taking on the Hudson Valley Renegades. Again, BP show, he's Joe Vasile, I'm Thomas Cizzarelli. Yes, we're inside the broadcast booth again, and it hasn't started raining yet, but just some ominous clouds, and we decided...
is it going?
It's not going to. We are in wood chairs, so that's the good news.
Yeah, well, that's about the only good thing about these chairs.
Not a lot of padding.
You can knock on wood.
The pitch clock has helped, though, because you spend about 30 minutes less time sitting in these per day then. So that adds up over the course of a season.
Oh, yeah, don't tell my chiropractor that.
I don't believe in chiropractic. My mom went to chiropractor, and I don't believe any of that stuff.
You don't believe. Hold on. You don't believe in.
You don't like. I think the chiropractor's a fraud. Any chiropractors out there? No, like they.
What do you mean you don't believe?
I mean, I don't know. I just don't think.
I don't
think
believe
what
in
they
dogs.
do.
They don't exist. They're not real.
I think they just take your money. They charge you. Oh, we'll see you next week. Once a week you go. They stretch you out and whatever. I don't know.
All right.
They crack your back.
They stretch you out. They crack your back. You know. That's
I don't know.
Thing.
I'm never a big believer in chiropractors, so
I don't have it.
It's my hot take for the day, I guess.
I've never been.
No, I haven't never been either. I just hear about it, so that's all I know. We also do know is that it was game one of the series yesterday, and it was an interesting battle. 13 strikeouts for the Renegades pitching staff. They held Wilmington without a hit in the last 7 1/3, but just fell just short. Well, 5 Wilmington runs coming in the first 2 innings, and let's see what the Bats can do tonight. There was some offense yesterday, though. Let's roll those highlights from yesterday's ball game. Wilmington got on the board with 4 runs in the first inning. Here's how the first one scored. Runners on at first and third. Joel Valdez on the mound. And then a rundown ends up scoring the run. And at second base, Valdez later in the inning, a ball third base side. That gets through in the left field. That makes it 2-0 Wilmington in the top of the first inning, which would bring up Trey Lipscomb then, former Tennessee Volunteer. And Lipscomb, only home run of the contest yesterday. That one goes over the left field wall in the first inning, complete the 4-run scoring. Made it 4-0 Wilmington.
There's also an earthquake during that home run as well.
then in the second inning, Jacob Young, the former Florida Gator, 2-hit night for him. RBI. Made it 5-0 at that point. But here come the Renegades. Marcos Cabrera, 2-out single. Spencer Jones floats one out there. James Wood couldn't get there. That's going to roll towards the wall. Cabrera's going to motor around from first to score all the way home. And Spencer Jones ends up at third. Alexander Vargas, the next batter. Well, he says 3-0 pitch. I got the green light. That one's roped out in the right center. And that's going to roll towards the wall. Jones able to trot home, but Vargas would unfortunately, he was thinking 3 as well. Just didn't get there in time and is thrown out. But seeing the wheels from Jones and Vargas, that was nice to see.
Yeah, you'll love to see a team run the triple. Most exciting play in the sport for sure. Then, at that point, we just settled in at 5-2 for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Bailey Dees came in out of the bullpen for Hudson Valley, struck out 5 batters. Jack Neely behind him struck out 6. Those 2 at one point combined to strike out 7 in a row last night. The Renegades bullpen was just lights out. I mean, it was after Valdez left 6 shutout innings, 6 hitless innings thrown by the pen, and Caleb Durbin, final out of the game, rolled out to shortstop. Renegades just weren't able to get anything going offensively outside of the 1 inning where they scored the 2 runs last night. And, sometimes you have games like that, and last night was one of those games. They didn't strike out a lot.
No, they didn't. A lot of balls in play, yeah.
Putting the ball in play, it was just finding Wilmington gloves more often than not.
And credit Wilmington, too, one of the best pitching ERAs coming in, and they showed that yesterday, limiting the Renegades to 2 runs. And Jackson Clay, one of the best closers in the Southland League right now, so we'll see if the offense can find its treading in this one. That's why it's what happened on Saturday in Greenville, where it was a lopsided loss for the Renegades. They come out and they say, you guys did that to us yesterday, we can do it right back at you. 15-2 win against the Greenville Drive on Sunday, so maybe we see a 5-2 the other way today. We'll see what happens. Got to play it.
That's why we play the game, right?
Play the game.
Speaking of which, what game are we? Are we drinking wine today? I thought we were going to be.
I was thinking
wine.
about drinking the wine, but then we're going to pass on the wine. Save it for another Wine Wednesday. A lot of
different
Wine
Wine
Wednesdays throughout the year. We are just a sneak preview. Cinco de Mayo this week, May 5th. Was that Friday, Saturday?
The 5th of May.
5th of May.
Friday.
So that's Friday. Yeah, we'll be making some margaritas live on air. Just a little quick
Are
margarita.
we making them?
We're
or are we just
we're
drinking
making them. We are making them.
Do I have to come prepared with simple syrup and whatever?
I'm gonna provide all the materials for you, Joe Vasile. I'm gonna have it all. We have a little table outside. Hopefully, weather permitting, we'll be back outside on the concourse. We normally are. Have a nice little table set up. Maybe a little tablecloth. I'm gonna wine and dine you. I'm gonna wine and dine you pretty much.
Well,
Just,
let's hope it stops at the dine.
Yeah, so we'll be making margaritas as well. But yeah, no wine. But there are wine specials today. Benmara wine specials at the wine bar. So if you're attending, also Our Lady of the Lords are taking over the ballpark. So all the promotions in between the half innings, they'll be taking over. And of course, it is We Care Wednesday as well, presented. Got it right here. There we go. Presented by WMC Health. So again, the Renegades every Wednesday, they highlight local nonprofit organization for their work that they do in the community. So this week it is CAPE, short for Council on Addiction and Prevention Education. It was founded in 1987, and it meets the growing need for prevention services, recovery supports, and education surrounding alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs as well. So that is We Care Wednesday. Again, also the Lady of the Lords taking over, which one of their big alums, Maddie Segrest, WNBA draft, Villanova Wildcat. A couple Villanova Wildcats. You know, the New York Knicks are the talk of the town right now too with their Wildcats. But
the who?
The Villanova Wildcats and
No.
the New York Knicks.
Yeah, who?
The Knickerbockers.
Who are they? They basketball team?
Basketball team.
Hockey?
Just down south of us a little bit, not too far.
Okay, never
Jalen-
heard of them. I'll have to check them out.
Jalen Brunson, ring a bell?
What are they? They play in Westchester?
The Westchester Knicks, is that the G League team? I don't know. It's Westchester as a team.
Right,
that's all I
enough
know.
of that.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
Let's check out the starting lineups though for both sides as well for Wilmington.
Oh.
You see right there. There's Hudson Valley right over Joe Facile. Joe is just covered up now. Face for radio is what they tell him. There's Spencer Jones, the Yankees' number 5 prospect. He's back out there. Oh, look, we get the pointer. There you go. Point. Go down now. There's Alexander Vargas, the shortstop. Caleb Durbin playing third. You can see the rest. But Rafael Flores not reaching base yesterday for the first time in his minor league career.
Yeah, it was in 0-for-3 for Flores last night, and
incredible start for him.
Well, you know, it's time for him to just start a new streak.
I think so.
Tonight. That's what I think he should do.
Next 16
16
games.
Oh, there you go.
We got
the
defensive graphics.
Now you get out of the way.
Now we're both out of the way.
Nope, I slid the wrong way.
We can both get out of the way.
It is.
I'm going to hide.
So anyway, this is weird because now I'm looking at the graphic, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not looking at the graphic because my monitor is oh, it's gone.
There go.
I'm not. Hip.
A lot of in between.
All right. Well, anyway, that's what the defense looks
That's
like.
a defense, yeah. Rafael
for
Flores
tonight.
is catching, by the way, too. He's plays a little first and catch. Ben Rice and him kind of rotating out of there. Antonio Gomez as well, and he's the DH tonight.
Yep.
And
Good to see
there's
Spencer Henson back in the lineup
Yeah.
as well. Anyway, here's Wilmington's lineup. Let me try this again here. Okay, there it is. Schumpert,
Yep.
Young, Wood, Vega, Lipscomb, White, Farmer,
McKenzie, there you
McKenzie, there we go, and Jordy Barley.
go. Jordy Barley, yeah.
There you
a lot
go.
of speed in this lineup as well between Young and Wood.
Uh-huh.
De La Rose, who's not in the starting 9 today, but someone who also possesses a lot of speed as well. So something to watch out for, which we saw some early action on the bases yesterday in those first 2 innings, which may have helped lead to a few of those runs as well. But also
Forcing the action.
Exactly. The starting pitching matchup today, we got a pair of southpaws. Is that the first time this year I think we've had 2 left-handed pitchers?
I think so. It
Yeah.
might be the first. I know it's not the first time the Renegades have faced a left-handed starter this year, but it sure as heck feels like it. I
Yeah.
mean, it has been not a lot of lefty pitchers in general.
Yeah.
Greenville Drive had a pitching staff completely of right-handers. The whoever else they played, Rome,
Yeah,
only had
Rome.
1 lefty on the
Wow.
staff in total. So the Renegades only faced 1 left-handed
Yeah.
pitcher in the last 2.5 weeks. So it should be interesting. Anyway, Clay Aguilar
Yeah.
getting the start.
First start of the
for
season.
the Renegades today. His second start with Hudson Valley, though, started in 2021. In his high debut, went 6 shutout innings there. I'll take that.
Yeah, throws a lot of strikes. So quick worker, even when he's on. So he's fun to watch. Was a starter in college at Houston.
And you may have figured out he is a lefty.
He's a lefty as well. Yes, he is. Then the lefty on the other side is Andrew Alvarez for Wilmington. Made 3 starts last year, 13 appearances for the Blue Rocks, and which he was a 12th round pick out of Cal Poly, so same school as Drew Thorpe. That was back in 2021. Drew Thorpe out of Cal Poly was drafted in the 2nd round last year by the Yankees, so maybe I can provide a little insight to those batters then. We'll see. We shall see.
Which Mustangs team is better?
Well, my Billings Mustangs, of course, in Montana. my former employee.
I used to drive a Ford Mustang.
Okay.
See, we've all got Mustang.
We all got
connections.
Mustang
I think
connections,
that's the. If we learn one thing from today's BP show,
Be a Mustang.
that.
Be a Mustang.
be a goldfish.
Be a
actually,
goldfish,
but
yeah.
Yes.
That is on my Twitter profile as well. Give
Is
me a
it?
follow if you want. At Zins21. ZINZ.
Shameless.
Plugging it.
Shameless.
Well, when we come back, you want to find out how to learn or chance to win some tickets, the Renegades Pick'em contest. And we did have a winner yesterday, a lot of entries, so be sure to get them in before first pitch. That's coming up next as well. Which I forgot, we're just going all the way through today. So no commercials
so we're just
today.
going right through.
Just going
All
right
right.
through. Here we go.
Let's rock and roll, McDonald's.
Renegades Pick'em contest. So mentioned a chance to beat us. So there it is, the beautiful graphic Zach Neubauer made for us. So scoreboard update. Joe, you had Alexander Vargas, Aaron Polensky, Caleb Durbin. There are the rules. So those are 3 players that Joe picked for the week, but for those watching at home, you can change those 3 players every single game. Basically, all position players you have to pick as well. And it follows that scoring system. So yesterday, for example, you had Alexander Vargas, who had a double, an RBI. So he got you 7 points. Polensky and did not get anything, unfortunately. And Caleb Durbin with 3 points yesterday for you. He got a base hit. And then for me, I had Spencer Jones, who had a dozen. He got the RBI triple, also would score. So 12 points for him. Flores, unfortunately, held hitless like so many yesterday. Just really tough pitching. And then Ben Rice did not play yesterday. So he got me 0. So right now, 12-10. So I take the first game. Again, we're kind of doing a series now. So we have 3 series in this month at home. I have won game 1 out of 6 in this series. So should be interesting. But congratulations, Kyle Young. You had Spencer Jones, Alexander Vargas, and Antonio Gomez. 19 points. You win 2 free Renegades tickets to a home game this season. So
Hey, that's
second
pretty
winner of the
darn good.
season. Nice to hand out some free tickets as well.
That's a good prize, right?
Yeah.
2 tickets to a Renegades. You get to come
Yeah.
out and you watch Renegades baseball.
Especially, we talk about this week, James Wood, the #1 Nationals prospect. They have 5 prospects in their top 30. A lot of outfielders as well.
I
a lot
love
of speed.
James Wood's work in casino.
Yeah, James Wood. James Wood.
Yeah.
Well,
Also recurring in Family Guy.
That's the first thing, and that's what I know Zach Neubauer talked about. I said, yeah, it's like James Wood. And he's like, James Wood High School. I said, yeah, exactly, from Family Guy. And James Woods was also in there a ton as well. So James Wood, though, plays for the Wilmington Blue Rocks.
Different guy.
Different
Okay,
guy.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, it'd be really old.
Yeah,
to
I
be
mean,
playing baseball.
Then you get a win-win. You just get to see an actor and a really good baseball player out
I
there
don't
as
know
well.
if meeting the actor James Woods is much of a win these days.
I don't think
I
so.
don't.
either.
I couldn't name a thing he's been. in
I
the
don't
last
either. I don't know.
25
I'd rather meet the
years.
baseball player,
Yeah,
James Wood.
me too.
So.
Me too.
Number 15 prospect in all of baseball. So if you win, maybe you get a chance to bring out the family or a date, someone out to the game. You see the stats are James Wood on the screen as well, hitting .284, not too shabby. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, good OPS as well, .845.
I'm going big on the pointing today. I
Yeah,
don't
big
know if you
pointing,
know.
Well, especially with the graphics.
training to
If
be
we're
Vanna
having the
White.
lineups in the future, give me our pointer. You know, that's how you get. Like we had a teacher appreciation day yesterday. You know those finger pointers
that.
they use in
Yeah.
the classroom. We need to get Joe Vasile one of those so he can just point. You know, use the pointer and just point it around. We'll probably
Attention, class.
we'll go to Dollar General across the street. That is our go-to for anything we need
props.
for props. Yeah,
That's our prop store.
we only bought it for Easter, but maybe for margaritas, we'll see if they got anything in there.
I don't think I want
Margarita mix
any
from Dollar
kind
General.
of margarita anything that
From
comes
Dollar
a-
General?
from any dollar store.
I'll move up to Walmart then for you. How about that?
Why not? Why not Hannaford?
Hannaford. Oh, that's beautiful. One of our sponsors as well. I have to say, I love Hannaford. One of my favorite supermarkets. I'm not
It's
just
great.
saying to say it. It's great. They got them up in Massachusetts, so I've been a big fan of Hannaford. So
Yeah, no,
I'm a ShopRite guy as well. I'm not gonna lie. I know you're a Jersey guy.
I used to work
ShopRite.
at ShopRite.
Did you really? I had no idea.
Listen, I gave
You got the
tips of my fingers to the deli slicer at ShopRite. during
Oh,
2020.
deli guy. Ah, there you go.
Yeah, it was a weird part of my life. I don't like to talk
It's
about
over.
it too
It's,
much.
it's over now.
I don't like to talk
Thank
about
goodness.
it too much.
Now you just shop at ShopRite, or you just can't walk in there again.
Oh no, I can.
You can
walk
go
in
back in there,
Yeah.
but you're a Hannaford guy, through and through.
I mean, I very conveniently pass a Hannaford on the way home pretty much every day.
So if it's open, open to
I
what,
swing-
11 at midnight.
I don't know what their hours
Yeah.
are.
If they're open,
This
if they're
is
open,
the worst commercial I've ever heard.
Joe Basile is not, would not be vouching for Hannaford. Doesn't know when they're open and anything.
Spending half of it talking about another store. I don't know what the hours are.
We'll figure it out for tomorrow, though. I might have to stop at Hannaford on the way home then. So just
Yeah.
to find out. If I drive by one.
Just walk in. Hey, what are your hours?
Your hours,
And then
by the way.
leave.
It's on Google somewhere, so we'll Google it up right afterwards.
You
as
know
well.
what? I'll.
You're gonna
Google
get
it.
on the
How
phone?
about this? I'll Google it right now.
Okay. Pleasing the people.
Yeah. Do you have anything to talk about while you look this up?
I think the last time I went to Hannaford, I was
Okay.
I brought cornbread, and it was really good. That's one of my favorites. Store-made bakery goods. What we got?
6 a.m. to midnight.
So
every
yeah,
day of the
midnight.
week.
Wow. See, that's availability because we work late. Maybe we want something to eat.
That's right.
Maybe a deli sandwich. Got the pre-made sandwiches. Now the deli wouldn't be open at that hour. I used to be a big proponent of going to the grocery stores after games in my past years. Open till 11 o'clock, midnight area. So just pop in the stores, see what they got.
Pick
Maybe
up some.
grab
pick
some
up a
goldfish.
rotisserie chicken from 7 hours ago. Some goldfish.
That is the one thing actually. The Acme by my house has $8 chicken on Mondays, so that's our off day. So I would say I've been there twice this year. So it's like eight piece. So it's like roasted chicken or fried chicken. I've gotten the roasted chicken, so that will last me a couple days. Then you might see me bringing that into the booth. Then I could bring you some.
If you bring in day-old roast chicken into this tiny booth,
I'm fired.
I will.
I'll be
No, I'm gonna have to light a candle.
I'll be working in the visiting booth.
That's even smaller.
I'll have all the roasted chicken
what
myself.
visiting booth?
Yeah, well, we don't have one.
Oh my goodness.
It's not occupied that much, unfortunately.
It's occupied every night.
Oh, it is true. We got the camera in there. So for those watching at home, you get to see the high home camera.
Mm-hmm.
Good job that they do, our entire crew, and what they're able to do. So we appreciate them.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's good. But what were we talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about grocery stores.
I was gonna say, I feel like we're
We
talking
got
a lot
really
about
off.
grocery stores, and we got into rotisserie chicken.
And then I can't bring rotisserie chicken in the ballpark.
I mean, you can bring a rotisserie chicken in the ballpark. I'm just asking,
Not to
not
eat
in
it
here. Yeah,
Well, what do you
I don't
think?
want.
of-
I don't want the booth smelling like a rotisserie chicken.
Was-
as
was-
great
was-
as the smell
was
as
the
that
chicken
is.
yesterday not good for the booth smell?
No, that was fine.
Okay.
That was fine.
Just want to make sure. I don't want to go hungry, but I want to please the aroma in the room.
Listen,
I'm not
I
bringing
think-
fish. I'm not bringing fish.
Listen,
you know?
listen. Here's the thing. We have great concessions here.
Yeah, that is true.
We've got food aplenty. Like tonight,
I might have to try sweet and boozy.
yesterday, well,
A little ice cream.
go for the sweet. Boozy's good for the
Yeah.
fans.
Boozy's good for the fans.
Boozy's
Well, that's why
bad
they
for
got
the vocal cords.
That is true.
What I would suggest, like last night, I got the chicken tenders and curly fries.
Yeah, I'm a
Now, it's
big curly
fries
fry
for the rest of the
proponent.
season.
Insider scoop.
think-
Insider knowledge. We know that.
I know a guy.
You know a guy.
I know a guy. I got
Joe
that
knows a
extra
distributing
scoop.
guy.
Tonight, I'm like, man, I think like a nice big bowl of mac and cheese
Ooh.
with some pulled pork on it.
There you
I
go.
think that's probably the move.
I like that.
Or maybe Cinco de Mayo, I go down to Rebone's Taqueria. I get me some nachos and a souvenir helmet. Or
I might be
some
doing that, yeah.
tacos. Maybe I go over to the concession stand on the third base side, get a couple pieces of pizza. There's so many options.
bad.
I don't feel like I need to bring a rotisserie chicken to work.
That's true. That is true. I was trying to eat a little healthier. I'm training for the half marathon in the fall. I just
Why
can't
would you
eat.
do it? How? What? Why?
My goal is to run the Boston Marathon one day, which is tough because it's always in April. And working in baseball, I feel like it's never going to happen until I'm like dead, basically. When I'm 80,
Well,
I'm like, oh, I'm going to run the Boston.
You can run the
Marathon.
marathon when you're dead, son.
Yeah. Well, it's all my friends doing in college, and I ran cross country in high school, and so Honestly,
Have you ever run a marathon?
No, most of the time is a 10K. So I run a couple 10Ks before.
So you're running
which is like
13.1 miles. In the
yeah,
fall.
it's
You ever run more
definitely
than
doable because I already
10K,
can run
which is
like
what,
8, 9 right now.
What's a 10K, like 2 miles? Mile and a
5K
half?
is 3.1, and then with the 10K it's like 6.
It's like 12.
It's like
12
double that,
miles.
and you
Oh,
double
God.
it, and then the half marathon's
what's
13.1.
So it's like a half marathon is what, like a 25K?
Yeah, I guess we could put it that way. I don't know. It just was known as a half.
I don't know what the
marathon.
conversion rate is.
I don't know either.
From
We should ask this
from
yesterday.
normal to metric. I don't know what the
Yeah,
conversion
see, that's the thing. Started my teachers out there. They tried to teach us the metric system, and it just went right over my head.
Well, that's because we don't use the
Yeah,
metric
I know.
system. It'd be like, oh, my teachers, they
should
tried
go back to it.
they tried to teach me a language that it doesn't exist anymore. They taught me Aramaic, and I don't remember it anymore. Like
I did learn Latin. That's a dead
Right,
language
yeah.
technically.
Oh, can you?
We didn't speak it. We just
Latin
learned it.
to me. Yeah.
It was good for the SATs though, and it still is good for broadcasting, I guess, because it's
SATs
English
are
words.
overrated.
Yeah, I was not a good test taker either.
Eh,
That's why I went test optional school. Was the joke of my family then? Because
Providence.
yeah, test optional school. And a lot of schools are now. So
Damn kids.
yeah, damn kids.
Which
Look what happened
which
to
you're
me.
not taking the SATs.
Don't go to a test optional school. You end up with the Hudson Valley Renegades, I guess.
Hey, what does that mean?
Gotta sit. No, I'm kidding.
I know.
That's what people are thinking at home. It's like, oh, look, we're just talking to you on TV now.
You turned out okay.
I guess. My
I
parents
guess
say so.
for never having taken. You never took your SATs?
No, I took them. They just, they were good, just not great. I just felt like they would hurt my chances to get
Sure.
into school.
Well, hopefully you got at least a 600.
I got at least a 600.
Good.
So
I'm
we
pretty sure
got
that's
past
the
that.
minimum. Pretty sure that's the
Yeah,
minimum.
I think
I
so.
don't know. Maybe.
I'm at least
Doesn't matter.
able to read and write. My writing stuff is out there. I guess our writing stuff is out there, and the monthly program you can read, and the game recaps as well. It's always a work in progress, but
Much like the show today.
Just like the show today.
This whole segment is all over the place.
just the way we like it. It's like we're right in the middle of the broadcast, a baseball game. It could go anywhere. I mean, yesterday the whole first inning, I don't know what was going on. It was like I said, the
I'm
whole
still
kitchen
not
sink
sure
was
what's
thrown
going
at
on.
us. We had like the weirdest. We had 2 balks in the game. What else did we have that we said was an anomaly yesterday at the park? I mean, not that a balk is an anomaly, but we had 2 of them.
A Renegade's loss. That's an anomaly.
Renegades, that's an anomaly too. After 9-3 on the last road trip,
Yeah.
so that's
Aaron
an anomaly.
Polinsky didn't get a hit. That's
Yeah,
an
Rafael
anomaly.
Flores didn't reach base.
Yeah,
So that's
a lot of
anomaly.
weird baseball.
A
last
lot of weird
night.
baseball. So let's see tonight what happens.
You never know.
You never
when
know.
the Lord's Warriors take over the ball.
Park. That's all. That's the last thought for Joe Basile, and leave you with that. But again, Clay Aguilar on the mound, 2 southpaws against Andrew Alvarez, and again, play the Renegades Pick'em contest, a chance to win 2 free tickets. Just comment on Facebook in the comment section of the BP Show who those 3 players are that you want to pick, and if you beat both Joe and I, you win 2 free tickets to a home game this season right here at Heritage Financial Park. Well, that's going to do it for the Hump Day here on Wednesday between Wilmington and Hudson Valley. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. BP Show, 4 o'clock sharp. Be there or be square. And you got to be in it to win it. Renegades Pick'em Contest. He's Joe Basile. I'm Thomas Cinzarella. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's the BP show, it's the BP show, it's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.